What's up guys, welcome back to the Dave Cave. I'm Dave and tonight I'm having a look at the DC Multiverse Cyborg Superman from the New 52. Can you believe that I've got this guy in front of me right now? Cast your minds back many months to when the prototype for this guy was first released and think to yourself, did you think he was real? Were you claiming that this was a fake, like a really nicely sculpted fake? Because I've got to say I did question the legitimacy of the prototype for a moment there. I didn't get crazy about it, but I did question it. I thought it was a really nice sculpt, but I wouldn't put it past Todd to release this Cyborg Superman before he gives us a traditional Hank Henshaw Cyborg Superman. Really wouldn't put it past him, and lo and behold, it was real, guys, and here he is. So I'll be cracking this guy open in a second, but before I do that, guys, please, I've got to remind you to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video and the channel with your mates. Let them know that DAVEcaveDAVE is out here for your toy reviewing needs, and check out some of my other videos on the channel for anything else that you might like, guys. I do DC Multiverse, Marvel Legends, Black Series. I've got some NECA TMNT on there. I've got Superpowers, Motu, Masterverse, and Origins. Just a mixed bag, guys. Anything I can get my hands on, really. If I've got the time, I'll give it a review. So yeah, hopefully I can grow the channel with your help and get as many eyeballs and brains around it as possible. So with all that said, guys, I also have to plug my fantastic sponsor, Angel Grove Toys and Collectibles. Guys, head on over to angelgrovecollectibles.com, buy yourself something nice. They're one of Australia's best independent toy retailers, guys. They've been in the business for over 10 years, and their service and their range really cannot be doubted, guys. They're an awesome store. Go give them some love. Tell them Dave sent ya. Now, with all that out the way, guys, let's get into it. Let's do this. Okay, guys, gotta say, with this guy in hand, just having a hold of him, just having a look at the detail that is on show here, I am mighty impressed with the sculpt here and with the paint apps that have been applied to this figure. He looks really gritty, really dirty. He's got a bit of a, maybe a gray or a brown wash that's been applied to pretty much the entirety of the sculpt, maybe with the exception of the cape. And it's really kind of brings out some of those techie details, especially in the metallic bits of his chest and abdomen there, and on the legs there. So he doesn't just look like a plain blue or plain silver figure. That wash has really done a great job of bringing out those details. Now, the sculpt on this guy is really intricate and really nicely done. Like, just have a look at that head there, guys. Really lovely stuff. Always love that you could see the teeth through the cheeks on Hank Henshaw there. Please excuse the guitar nails, guys. It's only on the right hand. It's my finger picking hand. I always love that you could see the teeth through the cheeks there on Hank Henshaw, Cyborg Superman. I also always love that on Two-Face as well, and you can see they've kind of maintained that even in this new 52 version of the character. And looking at the kind of chest or the neck plating there, and all of the kind of sinewy, strandy, metallic bits that form his neck, and the muscles around his shoulders and biceps there is just really nice detail. Now all the blue bits on his body really kind of give the aesthetic of like a almost like a Neon Genesis style like anime or manga character. Please excuse me, like if you're screaming at the TV right now, just saying that's completely wrong. My anime viewing is kind of very limited to like what I watched as a teenager. Ninja Scroll, you know, a little Neon Genesis here and there, you know, Akira obviously, and you know, Ghost in the Shell and a couple other randoms like that. Haven't seen them in a long time, haven't really kept up with it, so please excuse me if what I'm saying here by comparing it to like manga aesthetics is wrong, but that's just what it's screaming to me. Just that real kind of like kind of individual little plates for each like muscle, or where each muscle should be on the legs there, is just a really nice touch. So yeah, really digging the aesthetics of this figure, and loving that they've also applied the wash to the S there on the chest. Now the red of the S itself is like really nicely weathered, but you can also see in the yellow bits of the shield there. That wash has also been nicely applied there to kind of add that weathering effect to the textured parts on that S. So I really do like this figure. Yeah, really nice. And just have a look at that arm. Like this crazy cyborg arm is yeah, just something straight out of a sci-fi book, right? It just yeah, just screams you know, kind of futuristic, you know, sinewy kind of robot, android, cybernetic organism style vibes with a bit of an anime twist. Yeah, really digging it there, guys. Love that the eyes are painted red there, but am I seeing a little dash of something else, or is that just the gloss on those eyes? It's hard to make out, but yeah, they're painted with, at the very least, a really nice glossy red, and they're giving off a nice little shine in the under the downlights and the track lights here in the Dave Cave. So yeah, really beautifully painted figure. We don't have a lot on the back, but we still have that wash applied, which at the very least is something. And that sculpt really just keeps up all the way down. In fact, on the back of those calves, you could argue is, you know, everything kind of comes to a point there. Things get a bit spiky there. And yeah, it really just looks fantastic. Now, we're super light on accessories in the box here. All we came with was the flight stand and the trading card. But look, that's fine with me, guys. Yeah, this is a really dope action figure. We've got a loose butterfly there, but look, I can pose that so that it doesn't really bother. But yeah, actually both sides seem like, oh no, the big arm seems like it's a little better with it, but yeah, they probably should have gotten a smaller one for that arm, because that's just going all over the place in there. But yeah, not too shabby here, guys. Not too shabby at all. Worth the wait for a figure in the main line. Yeah, I think he definitely was. Let's do a quick Artic, see how this guy poses up, then we'll do some comparisons. See you in a bit. Okie dokie guys, time for some comparisons. Time to see how Cyborg Superman stacks up to some regular 7-inch DC Multiverse figures, and then we'll see if we can find some other figures that aren't in the 7-inch scale to see how he stands up next to those. On the left, he's standing next to the Superman from the Superman vs. Doomsday 2-pack, and on the right, he's standing next to the Hank Henshaw Superboy from the Return of Superman line. And as you can see, he stands about a half a head taller than both of these figures, so we are getting a good amount of plastic for our money, especially from a standard release here, guys. But do keep in mind, we aren't getting any accessories. Now here he is next to the Return of Superman Eradicator on the left, and on the right, Steel. And I gotta say, he looks fantastic standing next to these guys. His height is significant compared to the Eradicator there, and he's about on par with Steel there, guys. So yeah, he's a chunky boy. Next up, we've got the DC Direct Sinestro Core Hank Henshaw on the left, and on the right, we've got the X-Men animated series Apocalypse from Marvel Legends. And next up on the left, we've got the Masterverse Faker. And on the right, we've got the latest Cable from Marvel Legends. Alrighty there guys, time for my final thoughts on this Cyborg Superman figure. Now I really gotta say, this figure does it for me, man. It's sculpted to the shit and it poses real nice. It looks great, it's painted beautifully, and you know what, I don't need accessories, man. Give me a flight stand, and yeah, this guy has the perfect hands to pose with. He's got the perfect head, that menacing look to pose with. I can get exactly what I need out of this guy with exactly what they've given me, and yeah, it's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling to get a figure like this in the main line, guys. Just after reviewing this latest collector edition wave, which featured a bunch of reuse, you know, like for them to put this guy, an entirely head-to-toe new sculpt, all unique in the regular line. He also stands quite tall, like taller than about a half a head taller than that Superman and Connor Kent, as you saw before. So yeah, to get this much plastic in the regular line is really quite refreshing. So yeah, more of this please, Todd. More of this McFarlane Toys. Yeah, I'm chuffed with this guy, man. Absolutely stoked. And am I cut that I didn't get a traditional Hank Henshaw before this, like, is it Zor-El version of Cyborg Superman? No, I'm not. Just a side note, this isn't Hank Henshaw. This is Lara Zor-El's father. Oh, sorry, Kara Zor-El's father. This is Supergirl's father, guys. So in the New 52, they kind of twisted it, and Kara's father became the Cyborg Superman, and then they rolled him into Rebirth, and I think he was still Cyborg Superman until Hank Henshaw comes back, I don't know, at some point. But anyway, yeah. Am I cut that I didn't get a traditional Hank Henshaw before this guy? No, I'm not cut at all. They're probably going to give it to us at some point soon, guys, so don't sweat it, man. He'll be coming at some point. I'm freaking stoked with this guy in the meantime. Look, that's going to do it from me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for giving me any kind of love if you have in the past. And yeah, just remember, guys, if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. Share this, get it out to as many people as possible. Yeah, help me grow the channel here, guys. Once again, got to shout out my awesome sponsor, Angel Grove Toys and Collectibles, guys. Go give them some love at angelgrovecollectibles.com. They ship internationally, guys. Amazing service. They pack super well. And mate, they ship super fast. So yeah, absolutely stoked with their service. Thanks again, Phil. Yeah, that's it from me, guys. Until the next one, just a little tease as to what's coming up next. No man escapes the manhunters. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. No man escapes the manhunters, guys. Got that coming right up next for review for you guys. So until then, take care of each other, folks. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.